In the Illinois antique store owned by Frank Fritz, a star of the television show American Pickers, there is items that is stained, such as soiled blankets, rugs, and clothing. Frank Fritz Finds is a shop in Savannah, Illinois, founded by Frank Fritz, who is 60 years old. The shop sells antiques, ranging from vintage signs to furniture. The United States Sun has the unique right to publish photographs of Frank's least glamorous things, including merchandise that has been soiled. In a photograph that was obtained just by the United States Sun, a blanket that was purple and white was found to have many dark crimson stains. It seems as though the vintage white baby shoes that are now on sale for $22 are soiled, not suitable store conditions. In addition, the United States Sun has already commented on the substandard circumstances of the store. The glass display case appeared to be stained in one of the photographs, which made it impossible to discern the antiques that were contained within. Cobwebs of a considerable thickness could be spotted in the corners of the shop in another photograph. It was even possible to find cobwebs on some of the antiques. Throughout the entirety of the shop, dust has accumulated on the shelves and antiques. In the case of the shop, the ceiling was exhibiting signs of paint peeling. As a result of a hole in the wall, there are even wires that are visible. Another photograph showed the hardwood planks settling into the earth. This was seen in the photograph. Take a look at P. Sales have been achieved at Frank Fritz Finds, despite the fact that the products and conditions are not very good. Orange tape bearing the words "sold" was discovered on a few of the antiques that were located throughout the store. One of the things that had a sold tag was a white cabinet that had shelves and glass doors. This cabinet was shown in an exclusive photo that was obtained by the United States Sun. According to a previous story by the United States Sun, the business even offers brand new products for purchase. A croquet set from the past is included in the collection of antiquities. Another brand new item is a chandelier with flower detail lighting. Additional items that Frank is now selling include a vintage wreath, rug, and seashell teapot, all of which are priced at $138. In addition to that, he is selling a sign that displays the words "Hog Dog," the ultimate hot dog stand. The price of a vintage insulator might be as high as $200 for customers. The title of the book that Frank is selling is Salami and Eggs Better Than Sex? And it was written by Alan King and Mimi Sheraton. A vintage doll that has cracks along the face and arms is also available for purchase at a price of $115. Other antique dolls can be purchased for anywhere from $28 and $65. Along with that, Frank is selling a baby doll for an astounding sum of $1,500. The annual market. In the past, the United States Sun published an article about the annual sales of the place. It has been claimed that the yearly sales of Frank Fritz Finds are expected to be $25,000, as stated in the business valuation report provided by Experian. The business credit score of 27 for the company indicates that it is a medium risk. With regard to the financial stability risk ratings, the store was given a rating of 4 out of 5, which indicates that it is a medium-high risk. According to the study, this indicates that the rating agency feels there is a 10% potential risk of severe financial distress being experienced within the next 12 months. Conservation. Following the stroke that Frank experienced in July of 2022, he has not been as actively involved in the business as he once was. On August 18, Frank's close friends submitted a request for an immediate appointment of a temporary guardian and conservator for the celebrity, stating that his decision-making capacity is so impaired as a result of the stroke. According to the conservatorship papers that the United States Sun was able to get exclusively, there are plans to renovate the business. The following is an excerpt from the initial plan that was submitted by the conservator Midwestone Bank. Mr. Fritz is a well-known collector and has numerous outbuildings full of valuable collections. It is the intention of the conservator to leave those goods mostly in their current state, with the exception of refilling Mr. Fritz's antique store in Savannah, Illinois, if and when it is required. The conservator has not yet conducted an inventory of those items. According to the conservator, there is optimism that Frank will be able to take part in the selection and price of things, just like he did in the past. The firing of Frank. The last time Frank appeared on American Pickers was in an episode that aired in March of 2020. He had taken a break from the show in order to recuperate from back surgery, which resulted in his receiving 185 stitches and 2 rods in his spine. Furthermore, he disclosed to the United States Sun that he completed 77 days of treatment for alcohol addiction in Iowa. During the interview that took place in 2021 with the United States Sun, Frank disclosed his feud with his co-star Mike. The Quad City Times was informed by a friend that Frank and Mike came together for a bittersweet reunion during the course of Memorial Day weekend. According to a source who spoke with the United States Sun, everything between them is fine. The two of them had known one another for 40 years. Not only did they go to high school together, but they had also done all of this together. Since Frank suffered the stroke, Mike has reportedly paid him a few visits, and the two have also been in contact via phone and text message today, according to the insider. Frank right now, as he continues to have a long road ahead of him in terms of recuperation, Frank is still residing in an assisted living facility to receive assistance with his physical treatment, as was previously reported by the United States Sun. Because Frank lost his linguistic and mobility abilities, that is where he has been. According to a knowledgeable source close to Mike, he is still residing at an assisted care facility. On the other hand, the insider continued to assert that although Frank got his verbal back, the star has had a difficult time focusing on improving his mobility. It has been incredibly challenging for him to find the motivation to perform. According to the source, he was able to find the motivation to talk, but when it came to the physical therapy, he's not exactly there yet. A second source who is close to Frank's loved ones asserted that he is recovering at his own time and is not rushing through the process. According to the second source knowledgeable about the situation, he has been working really hard to not overdo himself and stress himself out and to honor his health. In no way is he trying to prove something to himself or going beyond what is reasonable. Respecting what ought to be right now is what he is doing. It is just now that he is receiving physical therapy at the nursing home. I have faith that he will recover. I am confident that he will.